Wow, they're really out here selling their souls for shekels.
YouTube faithful, buckle up. It's Motivation Monday. This is going to be a quick NBA and NFL video. We're going to build a 4-man lineup quickly and easy. All I'm asking you guys to do is like the video, please. That's all I ask of you to do. Just like the video. We're moving at a lightning fast pace today. I'm going to give you a couple of ideas and then we're going to build a lineup together. First thing I want to say is everybody supposedly got killed in the NFL yesterday. Well, you know what? The only person that destroyed me was Stafford and Herbert. Herbert and Stafford. Herbert got injured. Something happened. He was injured before the game too. I know he was because the line dropped 5 minutes before lock. And then Stafford, they just didn't have time of possession on their side. They squeaked out a W and it just didn't go our way. I went 3 of 4 in most of my big lineups. But the get back NBA 2 and NFL 2 did hit. So we will take that all day long. Now, real quick, I do want to shout out the fantasy sheet, which I do once in a while here. It doesn't hit every night, but if you do follow this, let's say you followed it every day for 30 days, you would probably hit, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 25x slips, which would mean you would be profitable for the month. And if you broke them down into smaller lineups, you'd be even more profitable. Usually the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be where you want to go, but it's dealer's choice. You can pick whoever you want. Find the differentials over or unders. It's funny. Everybody just ignores the differentials on the unders. You shouldn't be doing that. You should still be taking that. And it's posted every single day in the Discord, guys. As you can see here, people made coin. Sometimes it's that easy. Other times, it's not that easy. But make sure you're using the tools provided to you. That is easy. If you're not, well then, you're selling yourself. It takes a lot of time to do these things, so make sure you're using them. It takes me hours to do those projections, which I then send over to my buddy who color codes it and puts it together for you guys to read. So lock in. You can get it at CaptainCrush.net. Now let's move on, okay? So, NFL tonight, I'm going to give you some quick thoughts. Really quick, okay? Tyler Lockett, he's probably going to be popular. I know he was catching steam earlier. Yep, 26.5, then went to 27. Now he's at 28. Truth be told, if he sells, he's banned or he's gambling. One of the two. He should be able to hit his demon low key. Should be able to hit his demon. The Cowboys don't play defense. Neither do the Raiders. And I think 39.5 receiving yards is fine. Okay. Or you can just take his regular line, 28.5. Either way, you're eating a bump. His usage has steadily increased over the last 2 games. So is his snap share, meaning that he should be getting some targets. They don't have Jacoby Myers anymore, so the ball's gonna have to go somewhere. Bowers just sold everyone in America last week, and I'm probably sure that he's gonna have some involvement this week, but I'm fading it. The only other Raider that I'm looking at is Geno and Gianti, and then for the Cowboys, it's going to be Javonte Williams and Dak Prescott, pretty much, okay? For Javonte, I think you can take his 15.5 rush attempts. I think he's going to rush 16 times. Cap, he hasn't done that. All of these games, they had no command. They should be able to handle the Raiders. If they can't, my goodness, they're so banned. They're already banned, to be honest. But Javonte Williams should be able to get 16 rush attempts. If you want more NFL, join the live stream later today, assuming that there will be one. 4 p.m. I'm not sure. I may have an appointment with my doctor. We will see. Now, the reason you're here, the NBA, man, they gave us a free square with Joker. We got Harden. We got Paul George. Real quick on Paul George. I only have him projected for like 24 minutes today, and he still was clearing in my models. But if he does play 30 minutes tonight, this is a free square if he plays 30 minutes. You have the narrative where he's first coming back. Everybody that's came back first over this season has usually done well in their opener, and he's playing his former team, and he's at home. I mean, it could, and it's an abysmally low line, but yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. The main game that needs to have your attention is the Knicks game, guys. This is the game that could feed or destroy lives. You're going to have to figure out, I still haven't figured it out yet, Jordan Clarkson or Landry Shamet in 2025. That's right, comment guy. The Heat are playing at a super fast pace, so you're going to want to target one of these guys. It could be his 2.5 3-pointers made, his points assist, all 3 of these guys, him, Shamet, and McBride. Now, obviously, you could just take the normal starters or even Josh Hart off the rip, but it's Clarkson, Shamet, or McBride. The points assists for all of them. them I think are the move. I don't know which one I'm going to take. I'll probably take all 3 of them straight and hope to hit 2 out of the 3. And then Towns just dropped like 40. I know a lot of people are going to be on him. I'm not going to ask the guy who just dropped 40 to do it again. Brunson is out, but still, that's a crazy ask to ask for 30 again. Just look at Curry, okay? Doesn't happen often. He did it back to back, and then he went berserk on the low end scale. He sold his soul. Now, for the fantasy skews, the sheet's recommending a couple guys on here that are obvious and then a couple that aren't so obvious. But one guy that's making his return to the ring tonight, assuming all things are go, is going to be Jalen Duren. Okay, Jalen Duren, 18.5 points versus the Poverty Pacers, should be hitting, assuming he stays out of foul trouble. But I really don't see any reason for him to get in foul trouble. He's fresh. He's had a few days off because of injury. The last game he played was November 10th. So a full week of rest. He was able to get 19, 21, 30, 22. I am going back to him because he's not on the popular play tab, so he hasn't been cursed, so to speak. I did take him at 16.5. He should be able to get there. If you want to see what we are looking at, I will pull up Outlier real quick for you guys. The head-to-heads, Captain. I don't care about the head-to-heads. I really don't. What I care about is the matchup, okay? Points allowed versus power. That's not centers. 14th. They're ranked middle of the road, but power forwards, they are 22. I don't think there's going to be anyone that can stop him regardless, okay? Pottle's got there. Nurkic has got there. Filipowski, Post, Jokic, Claxton. Claxton was able to drop 18. You're telling me Duren can't get 17? Jakob Poeltl was able to drop 22. He's getting 17 points tonight, or he's going right back on the banned list, guys. It ain't hard. It ain't complicated. He's either getting 17 points or he's gambling and he's banned. Simple, okay? We don't need a deep analytical dive on the Pacers being poverty. The next person that you need to be considering, and this is scary because of the blowout, is Julius Randle. My goodness, Randle the Vandal's been cooking. 26, 26, 27, 19, 19. He gets points, he gets rebounds, he gets assists. I would say it's Anthony Edwards' team, but it's not. It's Julius Randle's team this season. 40, 42, 42. He's getting points, he's getting rebounds, he's getting assists, he's doing it all. And what I did, if it wasn't a blowout, I would just simply take his points or his fantasy score. Because I'm afraid of the blowout, I alternated it down to 29.5. These two together don't pay anything, but you can take them with the free squares or whatever you want. If you're not afraid of a blowout, you could just take his points straight up, but I am petrified of a blowout. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not. Okay, and if there was going to be a run back, say you want to take someone from Dallas, you think it's going to be a close game, you'd want to look at Najee Marshall, who just went from 9 to 9.5 to 10 because of news. So now you have to bump him down to 8.5. I don't recommend the bump. This would pay you 2x if you want to go with Najee Marshall, or you could maybe pivot to Cooper Flagg, who also is bumped. All of these guys' lines have just been moved up. And the best fantasy score from that game would be Anthony Edwards. But again, he is also bumped up. He was like 43. But again, this game could get ugly fast. So truth be told, I would probably leave it alone. Leave it alone, man. Or take them straight. Don't put them in parlays. Just take them straight. Because honestly, guys, the spreads are so bad for these games. But the truth is with the NBA, the moment you try to predict a blowout, you get shelled. Okay, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. The moment you try to predict a blowout is when you get shelled. Another person you should be looking at today is Yo Bobby. Not Yo Donnie, but Yo Bobby. Bobby Portis, 18.5 fantasy score. So these are my favorite two so far. Okay, if I'm not going to take the quarterbacks and running backs, I just went with Tyler Lockett. You could take Geno's passing yards or attempts, but Duren will probably decide my night. I hope he's not limited tonight. If he's limited, I didn't see it. I searched before I put him on the list, before I made this video, and if he's limited, well then chalk it all, baby. And like I said, I hinted at it a little bit ago, the key to this slate is going to be figuring out which one of these Miami Heat players are going to get it done. Is it going to be Wiggins? Is it going to be Jaquez? And then on the other side, you can go right back to Jaquez. Remember when he sold everyone on November 12th? We went right back to him on the 14th and he soared over. Can he do it again? I just have a thing about attacking guys that I just took that just cashed. But I do like Shamet and I do like Clarkson. I do. And then obviously Josh Hart coming off the rip. I really wish this was a live stream because then we could literally get down Charlie Brown. But I can't ask the chat what they think because it's pre-recorded, man. But Clarkson's points assist at 18.5, like I said earlier, or Shamet If these guys get 30 plus minutes again, soaring, Papa, soaring. It has to. Look at this, 39. Where's Clarkson? And no one's on these guys either. Everyone just went to Towns. I get it. They're not the good guys. 27 for Clarkson. But looky, Shamet, 37 minutes. Bridges, 42. Clarkson, 33. Clarkson, most of his points came from free throws. I have to say that, 9 of 11. Okay, so be careful on that. He only shot 6 for 13. He's not a good player. I never think he is. But Shamet, 12 for 19, 6 from 12. This dude's willing to chuck. And that is why I landed with him most of the time, because he's just willing to chuck, and he's a second half demon. Look, quarter 3, quarter 4. If he sells, he sells. Okay, it's kind of making me feel like a last 5 king. I have recency bias with Shamet, but I don't know, man. Him and Jaquez or where, it's like I haven't decided yet, which is why I'm going to wait. I haven't even made my lineup yet. I have all 3 of these guys straight, but I don't know who I'm going to ultimately land on. And then Aaron Gordon, my goodness, Aaron Gordon, what a coin respecter, man. This dude's been respecting coin. You know it and I know it. The last 5 kings can get excited about this one. 24, 18, 20, 19. Guys, there are floor goblins. If you pair them up in a 6-leg and power it, you can get 8 or 9, 10x. People do it every day in my cord, and I'm constantly amazed by it. I mean, Aaron Gordon, 14.5 points assist, should literally be, even his rebounds are good tonight. All of Aaron Gordon is good. Look at this guy. He's willing to chuck. He's in a good matchup. Everyone's going to be on Joker. He's a free square. I mean, Aaron Gordon, look at the matchup. Points allowed, assists allowed, 20th, 20th. You can see points allowed, 20th, assists allowed, but if you look at the small forward, it's poverty. But the power forward position, Lauri Markkanen just dropped 49. Evan Mobley, 29. Giannis, 50. Let Aaron Gordon cook a little bit. Okay, let Aaron Gordon cook a little bit. Look, starter got there. Starter high usage got there. Starter high usage got there. The only guys that didn't get there are the poverty ones. And if we alt this line down to 14.5, it's more green than the dollar bill you got crumpled up in your pocket. 24, 18, 20, 19, 25. Heck, you don't even need to take his points. You could just take his points down here at 14.5 if you wanted to. This right here would pay 6x. If you did this one, it's 5.6x. But this ain't bad. 6x for 2 goblins and 2 regular lines. Sign me up, Papa. In fact, I did that yesterday. Peep. 2 regular lines, Hurts and Markkanen, free squares by the way, and then 2 Gobbies. I didn't even need the Gobbies, but I need the Gobby for Goff, but I didn't need the Gobby for Johnson. This paid 6x. Was my final slip on the live stream. I had an 8-hour live stream yesterday. It was supposed to be 30 minutes. And I did an 8-hour live stream. So you tell me, comment guy, this was the get back after all that NFL nonsense. And speaking of, let's just go take a look. You know what my favorite play was yesterday? Jacoby Brissett was in every lineup I made. Completions, attempts, and passing yards. And the man had 450. I had a ton of live stream callouts that didn't even make this list that were just on the live stream. Like, quote, if you have the stones to play Bryce Young, he's going over 160 yards today. He threw like for 3+. All right, let's look. Herbert, chalked, injury. Stafford, chalk. Flacco, we pivoted to his attempts on the live stream cash. Jacoby, cash. Anytime TD, chalk Chase, chalk Gadsden, cash Kittle, he got 2. Nakua, cash. McCaffrey, cash. McBride, cash. Bijan, cash. JSN, cash. McBride, cash. And then the fantasy scores I put there if you wanted. I think all of those chalked, actually. Rodgers got rebooted. Flacco, I think chalked. Darnold, because of the 4 interceptions, I think chalked. I don't know, because we pivoted to his attempts, which cashed. And Stafford, for sure, chalked. He sold his soul to the devil. But it wasn't that bad. All my slips went 3 of 4, 4 of 5. I had a couple that went 4 of 6. Most of my lineups got rebooted. Pero the fantasy sheet is posted for today and should feed. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I want you guys to make sure you're paying attention. I'm giving you guys those fantasy sheets and my data models for the price. 25 still crushed quartz, my NBA interactive model for everyone, which will be on the website just like crushed bats, is almost done. Thank God it's almost done. I'm targeting a Thanksgiving release. Why? Because it's cinema to do it that way, wouldn't you say? CaptainCrush.net. Sign up with Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and I'll give you 30-day access, free trial, or you can buy direct. Everything is hosted on Dub Club right now, unfortunately, but that is the only thing that I do with them. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, you can get in. $24.99, 3 months, 66 months, $124. You're gonna get it all and you're grandfathered in for life. For life! You get the daily prop list like this. You get the fantasy sheets every day for NBA, which turn into coin, as you can see here. You get access to the live streams where I put random lineups on there for y'all to tail, which you can see here. And I'm giving you my hit rate simulation model too. I gave it to you today, and you can see Aaron Gordon. I project him for 20 today, which is a high projection. His line is 18. The hit rate is 62%. High, baby. If he sells, he's banned. He's banned if he sells. So head on down to CaptainCrush.net and get you some. The Discord faithful, let them know in the comments. Now, I want you guys to see poverty and pain. This was my NFL 6 play yesterday to pay 5 racks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All I had to do was switch this over to 1.5 pass TDs. It literally paid the same almost. And I would have had to put up an extra $50 and I would have shipped it. And I was so close. I mean, another one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ingram hooked. Hooked at a 5K. Hooked at a 5K, bro. This one, Ingram hooked and Rollins sold his soul due to a blow. I mean, I've been all around it, guys. If you take these puppies straight, if you put what I tell you to take straight, use Onyx, use code CRUSH, you're going to be way ahead of the game. These parlays always chalk by one leg because it's just unlucky. And don't forget about Powell tonight. I'm telling you guys, dude, you got to figure out which one of those guys is going to be the guy, man. Man, if it wasn't for blowouts, bro, I would be like such a happy camper, brother. Such a happy camper. So if you want to tail this right here, I was going to go over to ParlayPlay and tell you to tail. If you want to tail on ParlayPlay, you can. Or you can just take these 4 anywhere. Take them straight on Onyx, guys. I got to get out of here. I got to prepare. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.